Go ahead.
I'll repeat, I walked out of the apartment, shaking my head. $32,500 was more than I could dream of
That's what he wanted for the
house.
for the house.
For the house, and I couldn't. Sounds like too much money. So I walked out of the apartment feeling bad, and I walked back to my car. My wife is looking at me, and I got my head down, and she says, "What's wrong?" I said, "He wants too much money for the house." She says, "We're not here to buy a house." I said, "Well, I'm here to get an office." And she says, "You're crazy." And I said, "I am crazy." So I turned around and I said, "Wait a minute," and I walked back into the house. And I said to him, "How much money did you need down for me to reserve this house?" He said, $10,000 is what you need. The rest you can do on a mortgage. And $10,000 is more money than I could ever dream of. So I walked out of there again with my head hanging low. I walked back to the car, and Sandy's looking at me like I'm crazy because this is the third or fourth time already. And I got to the car and I said to her, "Wait a minute." I put my hand on her, and I said, I went back to the apartment. And I said, "How much money do I need down right now?" He said, $2,000. I said, "That's ridiculous. I don't have $2,000 in the bank. There's no way I can do that." And I walked out again. And then I said to Sandy, "I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it." And she's still looking at, she's in the car with the kid, looking at me like I'm crazy. And again, I leave her and I walk back into the apartment. I don't know, it's the fifth time or so. And I said to the guy, "How much do I have to put down to have you hold the house for one day?" He says, "I'll take $100. So I gave him a $100 check. I went out to the car and I said, "Sandy, come with me." So she took baby Ronell with her, and we went to the corner, opposite corner where there was a candy store. And I made a phone call to my mother. I said, "Mom, how much money can you loan me to get to buy a dental office, or buy a house for a dental office?" And she said to me, "I'll give you $2,000. I said, "Thank you." I called Sandy's parents, and I said, "How much could you loan me?" And they said $2,000. So now I had $4,000. I said, "I'm on my way." Then I called up my Uncle Mike, who was the wealthy one in my family. And I asked him the same question, and he said 5. Now I had $9,000. And I called up Sandy's Uncle Lou, all in the same candy store, one phone call after another.
Well, how much did a phone call cost back
A
then?
nickel.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I called Sandy's Uncle Lou, and he offered me $2,000. So now I had $11,000. I walked into the apartment. I said, "Can I show my wife the rest of the house?" And the guy took us upstairs, and we looked at the second floor and the upstairs where the bedrooms were. And Sandy didn't yell at me or scream at me. She was marvelous. And I bought the house that day. One day, in and out, quick, 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
I practiced it.